Hello, thank you for joining me today. Uh, Today, I would want to talk to you about when is it time to replace your system, and it's a lot to cover on that. I'm gonna try to make it as short, as quick as possible, because I don't want to really make too long of a video. But sometimes I have a lot of information, and I try to give it to you as slow and efficient as I can. But today, I just want to talk about um, when it's time to replace your system, because a lot of times um, I know how this industry runs, and some people's objective is to replace your entire system, and that's it. That's where they make a lot of money. That's where a lot of companies shoot to do, is to replace your entire system, when it's not always the best solution. You know, of course, from a technician's point of view, replacing the system sometimes is the best thing, rather than just continuously fixing on the unit. But sometimes um, is I mean, there's nothing wrong with another part, or there's nothing wrong with it, with the entire system, and there's no need to replace it. So um, there are certain times when that is the best option to do. It'll save you more money down the road, and then sometimes it's not the best option. So you have to kind of weigh out your option. That's what I want to help you with today. And I want to give you some information that you can think about before you make that decision. And I'm going to do, I mean, it's a lot to talk about in this. It's like changing your system over to 14A and R22. I'm going to do a video on that, because I can elaborate a lot on that, and I don't want to get that too caught up into one video. But sometimes when let's say you have an evaporator coil that's leaking. Nowadays, you can just buy a 14A and an R22 evaporator coil. It'll do both of them. So if it's just your evaporator coil leaking, then it's good to just put your evaporator coil on there and keep going. A company is going to come tell you it's time to replace it. It's leaking, and okay, yes, it's leaking, but you can put your evaporator coil on there and get you 4 or 5 more years out of it. You can be saving money in the meantime while it's doing that. So, like an evaporator coil leaking, that can be replaced. Your furnace goes out, you can just replace your furnace. Your compressor goes out. Now that's a different story, because we can't buy any R22 condensers anymore legally. They can't even make them anymore. So once that compressor dies, then you pretty much forced to go to 14A, which is a new refrigerant. And when you do that, you still don't have to change your entire system. You can just change your evaporator coil and your condenser. You can change your furnace later. So when it comes to replacing your entire system, one of the main reasons why people do decide to do it willingly is, for one, they have enough money to invest into it. For number two, they're having problems with the systems that they have, and it's more than one issue. It's time to replace it. So I mean, that's another time to do it. But you don't actually have to replace it when you got one part going out. You can just replace that one part and keep going. But sometimes it is good to do it because efficiency. Let's say you got an old unit, very old, and I mean 25, 20 years old. Now it's time to replace it, but it's still running, it's still working. It's costing you a little bit of extra money to run in a month, but that's okay. It's still giving you time to save, to get a unit, and that's another video I'm gonna do on getting quotes, how to go about buying a unit and how to get quotes. I want you to be able to make these decisions with confidence, not under pressure, just because it's 90 degrees outside or 30 degrees outside and your unit went out and now you have to make a decision. So that's a whole nother video. But if your system breaks down and they naming numerous things about the system, ask them, why isn't my unit running right now? Like, what's going to get it costed to get it going? What? Don't even talk about cost. Talk about parts. Now let's get this one thing straight. You call the company over to your house. They are you hired them, and so you get to ask the questions. You bring their professionalism to the table. Okay, if they come over and they say, "Now we found out that your compressor's gone out, your fan's leaking, this fan is oily, and all these different things," they're just trying to make a list to make you lean towards replacing the unit. Just simply ask them, what part is stopping my unit from running? Because obviously I know more than one part didn't go out. It's very rare that more than one part goes out. If your compressor goes out, if they say your compressor's out and your control board go, hey, that's a lot of stuff that just went out on the time. You may want to get your second opinion. But it's normally it's one part that stopped that unit from running. So ask them, what is stopping my unit from running right now? I know my system is a little old, and I know it's has its age, but it was just working. So ask them what's wrong, and then ask them how much it's going to cost just to fix that part. Because when you want to change your unit, you want to take time and get quotes and get to do a little shopping before you just stick to the first quote that you get, because you can save a couple $1,000s at times with the exact same job with the exact same equipment from a different company. So changing your system always. Let's just say your evaporator coil can be replaced, your condenser can be replaced, your furnace can be replaced. All of these parts are changeable. Now, when they get to showing that they say your heat exchanger is cracked, and that's one thing that they'll use, you need to go and tell them to show you proof. Anytime that they give you a list of things or anything that they say wrong with the unit, tell them to show you. Tell them, walk you through it and show you exactly what made them make the decision that they made. And then, you know, I just don't want people to feel like they are forced to have to change their unit out when all they have to do is change the part out. So the next time a technician tells you that you need to get your whole system replaced, just ask them to show you, and then you can watch another video on making that decision. So I didn't want to make this video too long today. I just wanted to help some people out on when is it time to change it, and why you should change it. So I thank you for joining me today, and I'll be making more videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.